Hello everyone, how are we on this beautiful Sunday evening? I hope that everyone has had a fabulous weekend and that you all survived. Everything okay? Hello, lots of people here already. It says at the moment we have 0 people watching, but I know that's not true because I can see all your beautiful faces popping up in the comments. Aha, all of a sudden it said 18. So there we go. How are we? Hi Margaret and Margaret, how are you girls tonight? I've got Lynn here. We've got Donna. Hi Donna. We've got, who else have we got? Chris from Melbourne. We've got Elizabeth. Hi Elizabeth. Hey Monique, how are you doing? Hi Janine. How is Brisbane tonight? Hi Anna. How are you in Virginia? Are you well? You had a quiet one. Who's getting married? Okay, Margaret Griffith has a wedding. Her daughter, I think, is getting married. Getting weddings. You know what I mean? Same thing, right? Hey Marilyn, nice to see you. Hi Rose. Hi Donna. The other Donna. There's 2 Donnas. Hey Leslie, how are we? Oh good, I'm so glad you enjoyed Craft Along. Thank you so much. You said Crafternoon was fun, and you almost got me confused there for a second. Crafternoon is the name of Susan Campfield's event, and Craft Along is the name of mine. And I know why people get them confused because mine is in the afternoon. So hers is, I think hers is also in her afternoon, which is not in the afternoon for our time, but for anyone who watches Susan, this is Susan Campfield. For anyone who's interested, she does fabulous cards. Hey Jolene, how are you? You're from Minnesota, the same as Susan. Hi. Hey Megan, nice to see you here tonight. Lovely to have you with us. Hi Moira. Hi Anita. Hi Nairi. Hey Deb. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. All right. I haven't got time to say hello to everyone. I'm so sorry. Oh, hello Margaret Janowski. All the Margarets are in the house tonight. That's awesome. Hi Trudy. All right. Oh, good. Wendy, you caught me live tonight. That's awesome. That's really good. And Katrina's here. We've got such a good crowd. So I'm going to get going because I know you don't want to hear me just talk to everybody and say hello all night. But I thought I'd turn over to our catalogue and let's have a little look and see what we can find. I'm going to switch it over. And here we go. So currently this mini catalogue that started on the 6th of September is in full swing. And I think there's some stunning things in there. What's the general feeling about this catalogue? Do you like it? Is it a good one, do you think? Is everyone excited about the stuff in here? I'll tell you what my favourite thing is in this catalogue. This is actually the holiday catalogue. The one that comes out at this time of the year is my favourite catalogue of the whole year. I love them all, but this one is the one I like the best because it's Christmas, right? And so there's lots of sparkly gorgeousness in it, which really floats my boat. But when you turn up to the back, they've done, this has been in the last few catalogues now, and I love it. They have this catalogue at a glance section, okay? And you can turn and just to this, and in alphabetical order, you'll find all the stamps and then all the dies, all the embossing folders, and so on, okay, which is fantastic. You like the one with the autumn leaves? I know it's nice, isn't it? Well, maybe I'll grab that out a little later, either tonight or next weekend. I'll definitely do that one. We'll see. Like I haven't even completely planned out. I've got a first card in my mind tonight, and then we'll see what happens after that. I'm glad you enjoyed the craft along, Monique. That's great. I'll show those cards again later for anyone who'd like to see them. But what I love about this catalogue particularly is the DSPs, the Designer Series papers. This is what is on this page here, and there are some beautiful papers. Yes, I have nearly all of them. Not quite. I haven't gone down the Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green foil sheets yet. I haven't got those. I haven't got the Joyful 12 by 12 yet. I didn't get the Glow in the Dark paper, although that looks like lots and lots of fun. But I've got nearly everything else. Didn't get them bones either. But just about everything else I have. So I thought tonight I would pull out a paper I haven't played with here on a lot. In fact, I haven't played with it at all yet tonight. And I have an idea in my head of what I'd like to do with it. All right. And I'm going to use this Berry Christmas paper. Now, you might think, well, why would you do that, Linda? They don't have bears in Australia. I know they don't. But here's the problem. we've got this wonderful thing. We've got this amazing, awesome bear punch, okay, which I just love. And what I like about it is it doesn't have to just be for Christmas, okay? You could use it. You could use it for any type of bear because, you know, if you do it in white, it's going to be a polar bear, right? If you do it in brown, it's a grizzly. And if you do, or a Kodiak bear or whatever color, or a black bear or whatever you want to have, okay? So I figured this is rather cool. And what's nice is that there is a stamp set that matches this. I don't have it, but they also have 2 lots of paper. They have this Berry Christmas 12 by 12 paper that actually some of the images in this paper match the punch. And they also have the Walk in the Forest paper, this one here, that also has some images that match this punch. No, we don't do a lot of Halloween in Australia either, Monique. A little bit more sort of in the shops these days, but it hasn't taken off here like it is, and nothing like the States. The US seems to be. And what about Canada? Do we have any Canadian friends here tonight? Can anyone tell me if Halloween is a big deal in Canada? I don't know, but it isn't here in Australia. I'm kind of interested to know whether Halloween is a big deal in other markets apart from the US. But all of this paper is just so beautiful. There are so many gorgeous things. You don't do Halloween either, Donna? No, me either. Having said that, I have a couple of customers who are really into it. One in particular, she loves Halloween so much, mainly because her birthday falls on Halloween. So she's always focused on Halloween as a bit of a thing because she shares a birthday with Halloween. So so there you go. But these 2 papers, the Walk in the Forest, which is the charity paper. This is the one right inside at the front. It's easy to miss, actually. It takes up pages 4 and 5 here, okay? And it's called A Walk in the Forest. And in Australia, $4.25 from the sale of each pack of paper goes to support Anglicare. Okay, so they're making a difference to people in need. So this is a really great thing to support. If you love supporting charity with your paper crafting, this is a great set to get. Okay, so this is it's called A Walk in the Forest. It's $21.75 and it's 12 by 12 paper. If you'd like to have a look, I will show it to you. But it does have these cute little bears here that match the punch. See that? So you don't even have to have the stamp set. You can actually. I love it when we have images like that match a punch that are in a paper, so you don't even need to have the stamp set if you don't particularly want it. All right. So I'm going to use the other one tonight. This one is called Berry Christmas, and it's 12 by 12 designer series paper. And I thought we would have a little play with it. You've got all these cute polar bears. Let's have a quick look at the paper. All right, so there's 2 sheets of each design, and on the back you can see this reminds me almost like of a fair old knitting, you know, that kind of a feel, even though I know it's not meant to be that. And we've got some polar bears sitting on ice floes. That's pretty cute, isn't it? I really like this one too. On the back of that, we just have some cute little stars or snowflakes, depending on how you like to call them. And then next one, we have this one, which is like that other blue pattern, but it's in red and a little bit of misty moonlight in there as well. And on the back of that one, you've got some cute little animals. Now, we don't have punches or anything for this, but you could certainly cut them out if you wanted to. And you've got seals and Arctic foxes, reindeers, and we've got some cute little trees here. And, yeah, aren't they cute? I like those. All right, so there's that one. And then this one, which has got your bears again, but much smaller bears. These ones don't match the punch. Super cute, though. They look like they're having fun in the snow, don't they? And then we've got some cute little trees on the back of this. So even if you're not a snowy area, like we certainly are, we're having summer, usually some sort of heat wave in the Christmas season. So I might not use a lot of Christmassy snowy things, but I certainly can still use things like the trees. That's for sure. And on this one, this is really cute because you've got little paw prints. How cute are these? Aren't they nice? You've got your bear prints in between your little Christmas presents. Love that. I've got snowflakes on this side. And then presents. Well, they certainly apply everywhere in the world. Okay. Oh, that's nice. You guys, Jamie, am I allowed to tell everybody how we know each other? Can I do that? Do you mind? Because if you don't want me to, I won't. But if you don't mind, I'm going to go. I would love to tell everyone how we know each other and how we found each other again. How cool! It's been many, many years. Jamie is someone I've known for many years, and she has popped up again in my life just recently, and I'm very, very happy about that. Is that okay? Oh, great. All right. So Jamie is Eva Girl. Okay, if you see her sign in there is EEVA Girl, Eva Girl, and she and Monique were just saying bonjour to each other. And Jamie and I did a fine arts course at TAFE when I was in my, how old was I? Gosh, late 20s, I think, when I did that course. And it was down at Seaforth TAFE. Seaforth TAFE doesn't even exist anymore. So I used to live in the Manly area. Well, I lived in Manly for many years. And I went to Seaforth TAFE and did this certificate of fine arts at TAFE. And Jamie was in my class, and we became really, really good friends. And then, you know, life happens, and I got married. I moved out of Sydney, and all the things, you know, didn't keep up with all of that. And we lost touch. And then I noticed one day that Jamie had commented on something that I had put up on Facebook. I'm like, oh my goodness, is that the same Jamie that I remember? And sure enough, it was. And we have kind of been seeing each other via these videos and through Facebook, which has been absolutely wonderful. So it is very cool. 94 and 95. Yep. So there you go. Well, 95, I'm going to date myself. 95 is the year I turned 30. So there you go. So I was 29 and 30. I said late 20s, didn't I? You went to Seaforth TAFE too, Solvega. Oh my gosh. And you grew up in Manly. We've been following each other around all our lives. So how funny that. So, all right. So I'm thinking of using this tonight. I'm going to start though. I want to start with a piece of. I'm going to start with a piece of Misty Moonlight. You still have the same. Oh, do you really? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. All right. So let's pull out some pieces that are going to look really, really nice with this. I think this one. This will look really good with the Misty Moonlight. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out some pieces that I think will look really cute. So that one's going to look really good. What else? I could do the trees, but I don't know if I want to do the trees. Oh, maybe. Let's see. And then adding that little bit of green in might be nice. Although we could also do these. So I want 4 different ones. So I'm just looking to see what's going to look really good. Either the bear prints, maybe those 4. Maybe those will look really cute. So what I want to do is I want to cut some rectangles, and we're gonna arrange them on our Misty Moonlight piece. And let's see how we go here. So what piece will I use? I think so it's going to be 4 centimeters wide, these pieces. So if ever you want to arrange rectangles like I'm doing here, it's this is a good measurement, 4 centimeters wide by 6 centimeters. Okay, and that's the size that I want to do. So here's 6. What did you do at Seaforth TAFE, Solvega? All right, so we've got some little bear footprints there. We have some little trees. I think these will work, all these ones. I might just cut this whole piece. It'll just be easier. And like I said, this is the first time I've cut into this paper. So I bought it because it matched the punch, and I really like the punch. And I thought at some point I must use it. And then I decided that tonight is the time. Tonight is the time to use it. So I'm going to cut these 2 together. Just cut a 4 centimeter strip off. And then a 6 centimeter, cut it at the 6 centimeter mark. So these are all 4 centimeters by 6. All right. Let's move these out of the way. All right, so now I'm going to be arranging this. All right, I'm going to start with some, I haven't even worked out which ones I want to have yet. So I want to have these arranged here in the center. Deciding whether I want that to, actually I'm going to go this one because I want more, because I'm going to be taking a bit out of the center and you'll see why in a minute. And then I'm going to explain my obsession with something, or one of the reasons for my obsession. Now that's sort of the odd one out, is the one with the green. But do we like it? Or do you think we should just stick with blue? Should I pick another blue one? Because I do have other blue choices. I mean, I could do some, I could do some of these and just stay with the blues. But do we like the green? Look at you girls all speaking French. Oh, yes, that's right. You are native Kiwi. You are correct, Jamie. Of course you are. So Wendy's just saying she makes Halloween projects in kit form for her grandson. Well, there you go, because he's in the US, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Ah, that's a great idea. Put some Australian chocolates in there. That's so true. I'm just going through. I can't even keep up with all you French girls. You're doing very well there. You like the blue. All right, so we're going to stay with the blues. So I'm going to take this one out and I'm going to put this one. I did cut one of these, so I can just use the one I just cut. Give me a second. And the one I want is that one. So it's the one with the, it's the one I didn't cut properly. So let me do it now. We're going to stay with the blues. And I can use that other one for something else, I'm sure. Like so. Only now, because that's a dark like this one. Oh, look, there's a cat hair. We have to move that. Where could that have come from, I wonder? Does anyone else? Oh, I know somebody else who struggles with cat hair everywhere, and she's watching this right now. A couple of people, actually. I think there's a few cat lovers. All right, so it's going to end up looking like this. Do we like that? I think it looks really good. All right, so we could use Tombow. Tombow's easy, or we could use seal. And I'm just going to go seal because it's quick. And if for anyone who doesn't have seal and has been looking at it wondering if it's good, okay, I really like it. And this is just going to be my honest to goodness opinion, okay? I prefer Seal to Seal Plus for a couple of reasons. First of all, Seal is cheaper than Seal Plus, and I think everything you need to do, you can do with Seal. You don't need it to be as strong. In fact, sometimes Seal Plus, because it's the stronger adhesive, sometimes it is so strong that you it actually takes off the surface of the cardstock. That's how strong it is. So personally, I prefer Seal. And to use it, you start down low. First of all, you touch this and make sure it's sticky, okay? Then you roll it along, and when you get to the end, you lift it, okay? Same again. Roll it along, lift it, okay? If you do that, you won't have any trouble with it, doing the wrong thing, or, not rolling on properly. So always lift it at the end. I find that works much, much better. If you're worried about that and you're not real sure, you can always stick with the liquid glue. But I do like Seal. I just need to make sure I use it properly. Which one? Yeah, we're doing that one. And I wanted the bear footprints because I'm going to use a bear, so it seems to me that it's going to go really well together. All right. So now we've got our 4 pieces on. Looks really cool, right? and it's time to do our bear. So let's get the sheet that's got the bears. I want a polar bear. Now, I could do a polar bear wearing a sweater, but I actually think I'd like to just do a plain polar bear, because if I do the sweater, that's going to introduce some red in. And do we want that? We can have a polar bear wearing a red and green sweater if we want this to look very Christmassy. This one has more green than red. This one has more red than green. Or we can just do a plain polar bear. What do you think? I like the seal. I think it's perfect and fantastic. I don't find that that's too expensive because there's a lot more on the roll of this than there ever was on the snail. But the Seal Plus, I find it's more expensive than this, and I don't think you get enough bang for your buck. That's just my personal opinion, but that's just a thing. Oh, that's awful when that happens, Rose. Really annoying. Really annoying. You think the red bear? Red, red, plain, plain, plain. All right, so we've got a few people saying red and a few people saying plain. Now, I don't know if I'll need to cut below this. I might need to cut below this. Oh, actually, I don't. It just works. Let's have a look and see. Why don't we do both and then decide which one we like the best? How about that for an idea? Don't you love it when you can just punch something out? Okay. Now, I want to put my bear. Actually, let's do the other one. Let's do the plain one. And then we can make up our minds which way we want to go. I'm going to have to pull this out. All right. So this one I can't reach unless I cut in below where he is. So I'm just going to grab myself some paper snips. And I'm going to cut. And I don't want to, I'm going to cut around here because I want to save this one with the star. See where the bunny rabbit is putting the star on the tree? Super cute, right? So I'm going to cut that out because I want to use that on another card. I think it's really, really sweet. All right. And then I can reach my other bear right here because I can get in below him. See that there? Just trying to get in exactly the right spot. Always punch upside down because then you can see where you're going. Right, so now we have our two bears. One has a sweater and one does not. Now I want to put this in the middle, okay, like this. But guess what it needs? Okay, it needs something to go on so it's not competing with these designs. And we have a few choices, okay? I could do, for example, a white square and then put my bear on that. And I could put a bit of color behind him so he stands out more, okay? Or I could do this one and pop him on the white, okay? Or here is my preference, right? I could use a vellum piece. Now, everyone's groaning. I can hear you all groaning and going, oh my gosh, she's got the vellums out again. But the reason I like to use vellum is because I'm a big fan of backgrounds, whether they're paper or created with, you know, paint and ink and all the different things you can use with it. I find that using vellum is fabulous. It still highlights whatever it is you're wanting to highlight, but it doesn't completely cover the design at the back. So we can still see some of that design showing through. And that is one of the reasons why I like to use vellum, okay? Also, we could opt for a square if we prefer it. That would look nice as well. Okay, we could go circle, we could go square. We could go white. All right. If you had a piece of silver, you could do a silver piece, but just bear in mind, if you use a solid color like white or silver or any other color, it is going to cover up more of your design. Does that make sense? Yes, the bear on vellum, Rose. That is correct. So I am looking at doing vellum so I don't lose as much of my paper in the background. You still like the red bear the most? Yeah, it does stand out. I agree. And Donna's saying red bear with sweater, bear with red sweater on white. Yes, that would also look really good. Okay, and if I was going to do that, I could use this size or I could size down to a slightly smaller one. It still looks good, whether we go vellum. So I guess the thing is, are we going to go vellum or are we going to go, that's what I worry, that the opaque circle or, you know, the white is going to actually get rid of all of our beautiful backgrounds. Okay. Joan's laughing. Red bear, vellum. Everyone's got a different thinking on this. Oh, there you go. Sherry is getting a welcome from Cherie. Hi, Sherry. Nice to meet you. It's very early in the morning where you are. Oh, thanks, Paula. That's my mum, my mother-in-law in the comments there. So that's cool. How are you? I hope you're having a good weekend, you guys. All right, so the question is, do we want to go on white or do we want to go on vellum? Okay, and I think everyone's favoring the bear with the red sweater. That's what I'm hearing, but I'm just deciding whether it should be on here or whether it should be on here. Now, either way, I'm thinking a little bit of inking behind it is going to make it stand out more in either case. What do we think? All right. Vellum with red bear for sure, says Wendy. White, says Monique. We really have people saying lots of different things. Thank you. Love you too. Oh, all right. So let's do one more thing to try. Oh, if we wanted a smaller, this would be a smaller one, but I think maybe the bigger one looks better, don't you? I think the big one definitely. All right. So that decision I have made, but the question is whether to go on the white or whether to go on here. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to bring in some colour, and let's do this on the vellum first, and then we'll do it on the white, and then we can decide. Okay, I've just got a blending brush here, and I'm going to pick up some colour off here, and I'm going to put a little bit of this in the middle of the vellum circle. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of blend it out towards the outside by flicking it towards the outside so we don't get such a harsh line. Okay, just like that. All right, and then when this goes on, all right, you can see on the white it makes it stand out quite a lot, and it also works really, really well when you put it here. So it gives it a bit more, it still leaves some of our paper showing. All right, so the other alternative would be on the white, but instead of this darker misty moonlight, on this one I'm going to add a lighter colour. So this is the balmy blue that's in the background of this paper here. And let me just grab, so I've got a lighter brush, and let me bring that in, and I'm just going to pick up some ink, and so this time the colour is going to be a little more subtle. Okay, don't worry about there being a big blob of colour in the middle because that's going to be hidden by the bear anyway. Have you seen any bears your way this year, Paula? Has there been any bears in the vicinity? All right, so this is how it looks. All right, so now the next person, just wait a second and we'll look at both, and then we'll vote again. Okay, we can go on the coloured vellum there, or we can go on the balmy blue here. Which one do you think looks best? Which one lifts the most? The white circle with the red sweater bear and the shaded still prefer the white. Okay, tonight I'm going to put my vellum prejudice aside and I'm going to go with the white tonight. All right, I hope no one's going to be upset with me for that, but I can't do vellum every single time, right? Well, I can, but I'm going to choose not to. All right, so I'm going to put some dimensionals behind my bear. Maybe I should do one of each, same card, but one with the vellum circle and one with the, you know what I might do? I might do a second one and then have one with the vellum circle and one with the white circle, and then do a poll online on Facebook and see what people prefer there. All right, so this is going to go in the center, all right, and I'm going to put some more dimensionals behind this because you can never have enough. Well, you can, but I don't think we have too many in this case. And I'm going to pop that right there. All right, and then we're going to need, I'm deciding which greeting would be good. I'm thinking probably a simple Merry Christmas might be good. We also have in the Brightest Glow set, we have the Season's Greetings. That would be nice. I could pop that down the bottom. So that's a maybe. We've got some different choices here. The Stars at Night, it has a big Merry Christmas, so I don't really want to use that one. Nope, that one's too big. We could do a Love and Joy from this one. So I'm deciding. Oh, there was a mama bear and two cubs. Ah, see, totally different. We do not have bears in Australia. So I don't know if everyone saw Paula's comment. Paula was saying there was a mama bear and two cubs, and the neighbours had seen them twice. Did you see them yourself, or it was just the neighbour that saw them? You stopped feeding the birds because the bear ate the bird feeders. No. Yeah, when do the bears go into hibernation? When do you stop seeing them? I'd love to. I don't know enough about bears. Clearly. Season's Greetings. I think that might be the go. I feel like I need a long one down the bottom here. And I'm just going to have a look. I believe I have a die for that. And the die will be in the Labels of Glow dies. And let me just have a quick, let me see. I wasn't prepared for this, but let me find them. Here they are. I think there might be one in there. This is a stamp set that is in the annual catalogue, but it's left over from last Christmas's, like the last mini catalogue we had last Christmas. And I really like it. Yeah, see this one. That's the Season's Greetings one. That could work really well. That's a good size. All right. So let's go Season's Greetings. And I'm going to pop that on a larger block. So this is block H for anyone who's wondering. And we're going to pop that on a piece of white. And I believe Misty Moonlight will be the colour for this. Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. Either would be fine, but I've got Misty Moonlight out, so that's the one I want to use. Yep, I think Season's Greetings is the go, Megan. That DSP that went with this bundle last year was beautiful. Is everyone aware that they very, very rarely keep DSP past the end of a catalogue? Occasionally, a DSP will show up in the next catalogue, the next annual, but usually catalogues, DSP only runs for one catalogue most of the time. So don't overthink, oh, it might turn up next time. Just assume it won't, because otherwise if you miss out, you might be disappointed. All right, so I'm going to run this through. So I'm going to just bring in my cut and emboss machine. Actually, I might use my little one. Because it's a bit more portable. All right, so we have a base plate, plate number 1. And then we put on our first plate, number 2. Oh, and I just realized I need to cut this paper down. It's too wide. Now, you can only have up to 9 centimeters across on your paper for the little mini cut and emboss machine. Okay, that looks good. Let's pop this through. I'm just going to roll that through. It's a bit cool tonight. I had to go and stick a cardigan on. We have that really hot weather we had last week, and then it's gone cold again. Anybody else finding that? All right, so that looks really good. Oh, slightly crooked, but never mind. Not the end of the world. All right, so I'm going to pop that here. You could even offset it and have it, you know, to one side, but I think in this case I'll just pop it in the middle. I'm going to whack a couple of dimensionals under that as well. And then we need to have a think about what we want to do for our second card. Does anyone have any requests? All right, that's looking really nice. I'm thinking about a couple of different ribbons that we have. And I love these two. This is the sheer with the silver edge. That would look really pretty. But actually, for this one, I'm thinking maybe the... Oh, I brought out 2 rolls of ribbon that are identical. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm actually thinking about the iridescent ribbon, which is this one. I think that might be nice. And this is also new in this catalog, this one. So it's got iridescent, so it's got lots of different colors in it if you look closely. So that goes with just about everything, especially pinks and purples in this one. So it's really, really rather nice. All right. So I'm thinking maybe just a little tiny bow. Maybe. Let's see. You had quite warm weather? Low 80s. I'm sorry. I don't speak Fahrenheit. Low 80s. So I'm thinking that might be like mid to high 20s here maybe. That seems maybe right. Does anyone know? I'm not very good at Fahrenheit. I struggle. But I do know that we had a couple of 33-degree days, 33, 34 last week, and that's like high 80s, low 90s, I think. But anyway, 24 is nice. I agree. 23 and 24 is like the perfect temperature. How nice does this ribbon tie? Look at this. Look how nice. Isn't that a great little bow? Looks really good. All right, so I'm going to grab myself a glue dot and I'm going to pop this just to one side here of the circle to kind of, and I think it will need some bling. Jodie's not here to tell us that tonight, but we know that, right? So it does need either maybe some iridescent rhinestones. Those might be excellent. Do you notice how often I pull them out, the iridescent rhinestones, and say, those might be good? Because they're fantastic. And also these little white glitter sequins, those would be really good as well. In fact, maybe those are the best. We've also got these ones. These are, what colour are these meant to be? Does anyone know? Let me have a quick look in the catalogue and I'll see if I can tell you the answer, because I should probably know that. So I know this is Granny Apple Green and this is white. I'm just wondering what colour is the turquoisey kind of colour, which is a little bit more turquoisey than this, but it actually still works. 35 degrees forecast for next Sunday. Yes, I did see next Sunday is going to be warm. I saw that. So we're moving into summer and all you US girls are moving into colder weather. So we're like opposites, aren't we? Totally opposites. Okay, so those are the adhesive backed glitter sequins and they're on page 23 of the new catalogue. And what does it say? It says blue, white and old olive. Well, I would have said that was more Granny Apple Green. And blue, really? I guess they're not giving us any direction. But let me use them and see how they look. Yes, so yeah, some people are going into spring. That's us. And yeah, oh, you can come over. You'd be very welcome, Monique. All right, I'm gonna use these so-called blue ones because I think they're really rather nice. And I'm going to go with 2 of the larger ones. Let's pop one there, and then Just looking, I think I might not have any small ones left on this sheet, but that's okay. There we go, like that. And then the whole thing, of course, needs to go on a white card base. So I've got one handy here. And let me fold this over. And I'm going to use my bone folder just to get a nice folded edge. And we're going to pop that on here. And we're going to call this a finished card. This is really nice. I love how it's turned out. What do you guys think? Do you like this? Yesterday I used the Stars at Night bundle for the Craft Along session. Loved all the cards. They turned out so nice this month, and I was really proud to show them off to you. For anyone who would like the tutorials, that's available now on my blog. Okay, so you can go to this address. Let me write it, let's put it up on the screen for you. Go to this address. It's lhiggins.blogspot.com. And if you ordered with me last month, you're going to get this for free anyway. But if you didn't, and also if you're in my team, you're also going to get it for free. But if you didn't, you can go there and you can purchase them for 15 Australian dollars, which I think is about $10 US for anyone who would like to know that. There we go. I'm going to call that a finished card. Turned out really nice. I like the shading behind here, and I think the white does work in this case. The vellum would have looked good too, but I think the white looks great. So what do we think? Do we like it? Do you guys like this card? Oh, I'm very glad that you had fun yesterday. Thank you so much. No, Cherie lives here. She lives in Queensland. Queensland is up north where it gets really hot. So it's where lots of Australians like to go for their holidays because it's very beautiful up there. But then this time of the year, there's lots of snakes in Queensland, and we all look at the snakes and go, we're better off staying where we are. Thanks anyway. It's snake season in Queensland, and there's all these stories of Queenslanders with snakes in their roofs and in their lounge rooms. No thanks. I'm happy where I am. Thank you very much anyway. You are a dinky dye Aussie. That's correct. All right. So this, for anyone who's wondering, this is the Labels Aglow set of dies. Really, really nice. This is one of my favorite labels. It's got this beautiful, actually I can show you one that I've prepared earlier. So I've got one in my scrap box. This is my scrap box. And see, there's one. See, it's got these, like, you can push them out and have the holes, or you can leave them in like this. And do you see, can you see the shape? It's really pretty. So that's the shape from this die set, from that one right there. Okay. And then there's a circle that's got like little cutout dots all the way around the edge, and there's little swirly bits and some that looks like snow. Very, very pretty. Really, really nice set. And it's, like I said, it's been around since last year, but still beautiful, still great to work with. And I'm still using it, as you can see. All right. So yeah, I think it definitely needs something in the middle. If you put the bear just in the middle without a circle or another shape behind, I mean, the square would have worked as well. Okay, then it would kind of get lost with the paper. But this actually lifts the whole thing and makes the bear stand out. So it's a good way to go. And I hope you like it. Well, while we're no one has said anything about, I don't think anyone has said anything about what they'd like me to do next. So I'm quickly going to pull out my cards from yesterday. You've seen one snake in over 20 years. Well, that's a good thing, because I don't like snakes. I don't like them at all. I had a bad experience when I was very young with a snake, and then every encounter ever since then has been very, very bad. So I do not like them. When I was living on the farm growing up, I got way too close to too many snakes too many times, and I don't like them. I hate them. So, yep. What do I have in sets? Well, I have lots of sets, Donna. As you might imagine, I have way too many. I have this one, which I've been playing around with a bit, The Merriest Trees. That's a really good set. It's fabulous, actually. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the cards from yesterday for anyone who missed it. All right. We did a flap card as well. It's a fancy fold card called a flap card. So these bits are glued down at the sides, and then this centerpiece lifts up so you can write inside, okay? And it sits up quite nicely. As you can see, it stands for display, which we like. And then we took that same card one step further and we made it into an easel card. Okay, so easel cards are fun because they sit up and also really great for display. So this is the same card. I just took it an extra step and people could choose which ones they wanted to do. And that's the card that we did live yesterday with the Stars at Night set. And I used different parts of the set. I used the embossing folder. I used the stamps. I used the papers. Really, really nice set. And I'm so glad that I have it. Now, this is probably my favorite card from the alternative card bundle. So this one uses various designs from the matching designer series paper. So nice. So this is my favorite one. This is lovely. And I use the deckled circles to put my main greeting on. You can see I've done a couple of those. And then I do this one with this is not in order, by the way. This is the one with the brush gold cards and envelopes. And so I love this. I love the star on this. I just think it's so beautiful. This one uses the designer series paper again and matched it up with silver because all the others have got gold. This one is the only one I did with silver, but I really like how that turned out. Oh no, kind of. You could match this one up with silver as well, but this one is just the iridescent ribbon, the same one as the one I just used on the bear card. And then I've also used some of those white sequins, and it turned out really pretty. I used some white ink on my stars there as well. So very simple. These are not difficult cards. They're all easy. But if you were looking for a great way to use this set and you would like to do your Christmas cards with it this year, this could give you some great inspiration. If you love these, the tutorials are available now on my blog, which is right there on the bottom of the screen, lhiggins.blogspot.com. So there we go. And that was all yesterday's stuff. And thank you to everyone who came along and joined in. So Cherie, I've noticed you seem to be migrating north over the years. The banner is still up. I wanted it up until I finished talking about yesterday's cards, but I'm going to take it away now. So let me just do that. Okay. Just going through and seeing if I've missed any comments. I tend to feel the same way. I lost my beautiful best friend, who was a beautiful, gorgeous, purebred black Labrador when I was about 8 years old to a black snake bite, and that really sealed the deal between me and snakes. We just don't like each other since then. So there we go. Oh, you're over there now, are you? Flipping back and forth between the blog and here? Yep. So there you go. All right. So no one has actually, I'm just scrolling back through the comments. I don't think anyone has. Christine said Joy of Noel. I don't have that one, honey. I don't have that one. That was the one I did not buy. You just can't buy everything. So that is not one I have. But I got plenty else to keep me busy. It was sad. I still remember my dad telling me, because she lasted about a week at the vet's after she got bitten. And I remember my dad telling me that news, and it was just so sad. I cried and cried and cried. The little tree set. Do you mean this one? The Merriest Trees? Is that the one you're after? Or do you mean this tree set? We've got lots of tree sets at the moment. We have this one, and we also have the what's the other one? The other forest one, which I don't even know what I've done with that set right now, so maybe not that one right now because I put it somewhere. Oh, it's not where it should be. So maybe one of these. So Merriest Trees. All right. Okay. So that's the one we're going to play with next. And we could. The cool thing is that there are dies that match this that you can make your trees 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You can make your tree as big or as small as you want. And that's what's really cool about this one. I really like it. So I'm actually thinking, let's start with a white card front. I'm just going to grab myself So this is literally making it up as we go, because you know that's what we like to do. Because I think I don't get bored because I'm creating something for the first time, and you guys don't get bored because I'm creating something for the first time as well. I'm deciding how big this should be. So I'm going to go 14.3 by 10. That's my card front size. And I'm thinking maybe let's get out. I'm going to, for anyone who heard me say the other week that I lost my block F, I found it. Yay. How on earth can you lose a block this big? Really? Seriously? Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous. So I'm thinking that I'm going to pull out, because I want to get a nice, now, once upon a time, to stamp a lovely solid stamp like this, I would have used my Stamparatus, okay? But these days, of course, we don't have the Stamparatus anymore. And if someone only just heard that news for the first time, surely not, but if someone did hear that news for the first time, my apologies to break that to you. It's very, very sad. We're very sad not to have our Stamparatus anymore. And I'm deciding whether to go portrait or landscape. Let's see. How big is this tree? I can fit the whole thing on landscape. So, okay, let's give that a try. And I'm thinking, what colour will we work with? What colour? Maybe we should be inspired by the colours in the Walk in the Forest. That might make sense. I could go Pretty Peacock. Also other colours in there. We've got Garden Green. This is a green I don't use very often. I do pull it out sometimes for Christmas. There's also Old Olive. But I'm thinking, shall I try? I'm going to go with Garden Green. Oh, pink and silver. Excuse me. Oh, this is what happens when I stop looking at my comments. Non-traditional pink tree on silver. Okay. Pink and silver card. I'm thinking, because I was going to use different shades. So let me see, what could we do? We could try, are we thinking a light pink? Well, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Totally. But hey, you guys inspire me all the time. So here's the thing. When you're using a big solid stamp like this, you want to use a mat underneath. This is not actually a stamping mat. This is a paper piercing mat, but it works really well to stamp on, okay? I also have my grid paper under here, which is a good surface for stamping. And you're better off if you have demountable tables, then try and get yourself some solid tables. All right. I'm going to put this down. Now, the advantage of the Stamparatus, of course, this is Bubble Bath, this color. The advantage of the Stamparatus was that you could restamp until you got it perfect, okay, because it always stamped in the same place. We don't have that now. So, oh, that color is good. So this is Bubble Bath, which is our new light pink, right? And I'm thinking maybe... So, what other color are you suggesting? Pink and silver. I would love to. I hope they bring out another stamping platform. Yep, it would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Exactly. So you can make your tree any size. That's okay, Nairi. Watch the rest on replay and we'll see you then. Yep, that's right. So that is correct, Donna. What Donna said there, that it can't be a traditional stamping platform because of the MISTI. That is correct, and that's why the Stamparatus had to go. So for anyone who doesn't know, my understanding is that that the MISTI, the company that makes the MISTI, sued every other company that has a stamping positioning platform like that, and they basically all had to be taken off the market. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm wondering about adding, because I was going to add a second tree, a smaller tree over the top. And I'm thinking I still could do that, but let's have a little think. I'm deciding. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe let me have a quick look at this. See, this isn't go. I don't think the pink and the peacock will go well together. If I was to go, I could go the garden green maybe, but no, it's not the look I'm wanting. It's not what I want. So I'm actually going to stamp on a second piece, and I'm going to clean this off. I've got my stamp cleaner here and I've sprayed it already before I started. I'm just going to clean that up. And I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to do this in silver. So let's see how this turns out. It's either going to look fabulous or it's going to not look fabulous. One or the other, right? That pretty much covers all the options. All right. So I don't want the whole lot. I probably want 4 high. I don't think I want 3. I think I want 4. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to stamp this straight on here. Don't worry if it looks like it's more than 4. That's okay. All right, so I've done it in Versamark. And Versamark is a clear, sticky ink. And you're probably thinking, well, what was the point of that? You can't see it. But this is where we're going to use our embossing powder with this. Okay, so give me a second and I'm going to bring in my embossing additions kit, which is this wonderful little thing here. Forgot to use this, but oh well. Now, do you remember that when I tried to use gold a couple of weeks ago, it didn't work as well as I wanted? So those of you who were here for this one, so guess what I did? I went and ordered some more. These metallics, so there's copper, silver, and gold, and they come together, all 3. So it's brand new, so it should work well this time. So I think what had happened, it had gone off or something, like it was just not at its best anymore, and that's why it didn't work as I wanted it to. This is the silver. I'm just going to cover that whole tree, and I'm going to tap that off. I'm actually going to add a bit more because it didn't quite coat the way I wanted it to. It's better. Right. Pretty happy with that. Looks really good down the bottom. I'm wondering if I just might give it a little bit more at the top here. That's better. I think maybe I could have put a bit more Versamark on when I did it, but that's okay. It's still going to be all right. And the nice thing about this thing is it has a little hole here, and what you do is you take the plug or the screw cap off. Move that for a second, and then we can tip the whole thing now. Just tap it all back into the tub. So you have no mess, 0 mess, and it's just really easy to work with. It contains everything. All right, I think I'm not watching comments. I'm so sorry. I didn't. Yes, that is correct, Donna. You are correct. Yep. Oh, berry burst. Oh, that might look good. Good. That's a good idea. Okay. Well, I'm going to. You see my lamp come on because my lamp and my heat tool are on the same PowerPoint. So when I turn my heat tool on, it's going to also turn on the lamp. There we go. And I'm just going to, I should be using my tweezers, but I'm not. And I'm just going to heat this up. So basically we're cooking it. And it's just going to be silver. It looks grey right now, but it will not look grey when it's cooked. Hands up if you've never done embossing. Anyone prepared to admit that they've never done embossing? Okay. Now that looks pretty spectacular, doesn't it? You said silver and pink, right? Okay. So what I'm thinking, because I want to do, I haven't done it yet. I'm going, now that this is clean, I'm just going to give it one more clean because I've got Versamark on it. And I'm going to pull that off, put it back in the case. And then we've got this one here that does some detail on the tree. I haven't even used this one yet, so this is the first time. All right. Now, I could use Berry Burst, like you said, or I could do silver over the top. Now, if I'm going to do that, I would want to make sure I use my embossing buddy, definitely, because you don't want it sticking to any of the image that you've already stamped. So the question is, will I go silver for the highlights on the tree, or will I go Berry Burst? Which way? Which way will we go? And while you guys are deciding that, you love embossing? I know, looks fabulous. Embossing looks really good on foil too, and vellum, but foil in particular, like gold embossing on gold foil looks amazing. Right, I'm going to grab my Merriest Trees. And this is where this fabulous die set comes into play. All right, so we have 3. We have this one does 4. This is the 5. There's 2 and there's 1, but I'm thinking 3 for this one because I think that size is going to be about right. So let's move these out of the way. What was the question? Okay, how did we go? I'm still deciding whether I'm going to sell one of my 2 Stampin' I had, I'm reading through the comments. I haven't decided what I want to do. I might sell it if I can get a really good price on it, like maybe on eBay or something like that. But yeah, I will wait and see. Exactly. What Cherie is saying is correct. You can still use it without a problem. It's just that Stampin' Up can't sell it. So I still use mine sometimes in classes because it's so helpful, but I just can't sell them. And I have to say, everything I'm using today you can buy except the Stampin' okay? That's how I get around that. So what did people say? Silver over the top? Yep. I think maybe the silver is the go. Then pink bling on silver. We could do that. That might be nice. Silver on the pink. Yep. Okay. So people are saying silver. Yeah. I won't go as far as using other products. That's just the personal thing for me. But I understand that not everybody you know, cares about that. So it's just something I personally. Do you know? I have misplaced the silver tree. Don't laugh at me. But how have I done that? How did I lose it? Really? Come on. Come on, Linda. What is wrong with you? Seriously. Okay. When I got up, oh, it's on my cut and emboss machine. That's why. And I'm going to, so here it is. I put it over there ready to do something with. Now I need to make sure this is not more than 9 centimeters across. Otherwise it won't fit through my little cut and emboss machine. Sometimes I really wonder, what the heck I'm thinking, right? I'm having one of those nights. Are you guys going to please be nice to me? I'm all over the place tonight. And I started out with a lovely clean desk, and now it looks like, you know, we've been burgled because it's not clean anymore. I've got stuff everywhere now. And that's just, unfortunately, how I craft. I just can't help myself. So I'm trying to move a few things out of the way so that I can find things again. Okay, let's try that. Under the mat. Oh, very entertaining. Well, thank you for that. I'm sure other people find my lack of organization entertaining, but anyway. All right, let's see if I can do this right. All right, so I'm just doing the 4-level tree because I want a smaller tree than my pink one. Right, so here I have my silver. Is this pink and silver enough for you, Donna? I hope so. All right, trying to keep things together. All right, so we have a silver tree. Now, this here, the nice thing about being able to see through your stamps is that we can position this in the right place. We've already done our, nothing, not going to hurt to do it again. And I'm going to use my Versamark ink. Actually, I'm going to use a different Versamark. This is my newest one. Here's a little tip. I've had several Versamark inks. I always put the date that I opened it and started using it on the back. All right. And the reason I do that is so that I don't get confused. I know which is my newest one. I mean, it's also lovely and clean, but it helps me, you know, for something like this, I'm going to use my newest one because I'm going to get a better result. So rather than using one that's really, really old. All right, so let's see how this goes. I'm going to stand up and get on top of this. All right. Okay, right now doesn't look like we've done anything, but I promise you we have. I'm going to bring my Additions kit back in and my silver embossing powder, and this time it should just stick where we have put that Versamark stamp, and it does. Looks good. Even not embossed, it looks okay. All right, let me set that aside, get this back in, and then we're going to cook that embossing powder and make it all silver on the leaves of the tree. Right, I always put my plug back on too so I don't lose it later. I know I would lose it in record time if I did that. All right, let's give this tree some shiny goodness. A messy crafter is a happy crafter. Is that right, Chris? Because I must be ecstatic. I saw another one the other day. It said a messy crafter. Oh, now I've forgotten it. But basically, something along the lines of, you know, a messy crafter is a messy desk is a sign of creativity, and I am very creative. And wasn't there one you put up, Solvega? Something like, oh, look how pretty is that? Look at this. It's all pretty and blingy. Can you see it? How nice. That's very pretty. All right. So this one is going to go down in front of the other. but I feel like we're going to need something else, all right? What do we have that's got, well, we could go silver, but I'm thinking, do we have anything with bubble bath pink in it? What have I got that's got bubble bath pink in it? Any paper? I'm looking because I've got most of the papers in both catalogues. Not all, but most. And I'm just going to look in both and see if we have any bubble bath going on. Nope, nope. No bubble bath in those. But in here we might. All right, we have some bubble bath, I think we do, in the Cheerful Daisies. And we have bubble bath. Oh, I know. In the Delightfully Eclectic paper, we have some bubble bath. Let me grab that. Now, this is going to look really pretty, actually. So we have, there's bubble bath right there, this one here. But that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, how wide? I think maybe 3 centimeters or about 1.25 inches-ish. And I'm going to make it 9.5 long. And we're going to go, so this piece is going to go right here. So let me put that on. I'm going to do that with some Tombow, or you could use seal, whichever you like. Let's pop that right there. And this one is going to go right there in front of this one. I could have also used like a blending brush or something like that and added a little bit of pink and brought that down. That would look really nice as well. But right now I'm thinking I might just skip that. And we'll just add some dimensionals to the back of here. 1 and add a few here. We'll pretend that there are no cat hairs attached to the backs of these dimensionals. Like this. And then we're going to need a greeting. So we could use one from there, but actually what would be really nice is the Merry Christmas from the Stars at Night bundle, because that Merry Christmas is just right for this. This one here, Merry Christmas. And I'm going to pop that on a block, C block, I believe. And let's go, you said before Berry Burst, didn't you? I think that will look good. And I'm going to do that on a little piece of white. Oh, I've got Berry Burst ink on my fingers. Need to not get that all over my project. Just like that. Isn't that a nice font? It's just gorgeous, that font. And I'm thinking, ooh, some deckled circles would be nice. If I put this on a deckled circle and pop it right about here, and then we'll have some ribbon. And I think we need to put the whole thing on a bubble bath card base. So this is bubble bath. This is the pink. Such a pretty pink. This pink. It's like a baby pink, but it's got a little bit more personality than that. So really like it. It's a new color. It only came out in May, but it'll be around for a while. So we needed a nice, soft baby pink. Well, I'm sorry, I'll take that back. It's not a soft pink. It's a baby pink, but it's Like, do you remember we used to have one called Pink Pirouette? That was what I would call a soft pink. This is more, it's got, yeah, a bit more personality than that. But it's not as purpley as Fresh Freesia. So this is going to go in here. We've still got to put our greeting on. Oh, this is totally different to what I thought we were going to do tonight. It's totally different. Oh, gorgeous grape and silver would be nice. That's a good suggestion too. I do love silver. If I had to pick out of, okay, so maybe I should run a poll on this one too. Do you prefer, not this card, but just, do you prefer, generally speaking, gold or silver when it comes to metallics? And if I had to pick a favorite metallic, it would be neither of those. Guess what it would be? If I had to pick one. I mean, they all have their place. They all have their place. All right, so I want to put a deckled circle, but I'm just wondering what I've done with my deckled circles, guys. I don't think they're, well, the first thing I need to do is look where they are meant to go, but I don't think that's where they are. Because I used them yesterday, and I'm pretty sure I didn't put them back. So as soon as I find my deckled circles, I will, but in the meantime, we had a couple of circles here on the table earlier, do you remember? Before, they were this size. I don't want to use vellum, but they were that size. And that's the size, roughly, I was wanting to do, but with the deckled circles. I'm just going to have a quick look and see if I can see them here on my desk. So what I'm thinking I will do is I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas, and I'm going to pop it here, and I'm also going to add, whoa, I think we could add a couple of silver pearls, but maybe some of that lovely, either the iridescent ribbon, that would look nice. That's going to look really good. Or this beautiful sheer ribbon with the silver edge. That might look even better. This is the most beautiful ribbon to tie. For anyone who's wondering how it ties, at the moment, this is my favorite ribbon to tie a bow with. It is gorgeous, just stunning. And the bows turn out really nicely nearly every time. Look at this. How beautiful. See how beautiful that bow is? They're just lovely. Such nice ribbon. So this is the one I think I would favour for this. So I'm going to find my deckled circles, and then this is going to go here. We're going to have a Merry Christmas there, and then we'll call that a finished card. What do you think? You think the sheer ribbon? Good. Try punch, no circle. Okay. What punch would we like? Megan, where are you? Yep, copper's my favourite. Exactly right. Exactly right. No circle. Is there a punch that would work? Let me look at my punches. I am looking right now as we speak. Well, I tell you what, we've got this new punch, the modern label punch. I wonder if that could work. What do you think? It's not a circle. We do have circle punches, like I have a 2-inch circle punch. And what else? What else? And a 1 3/4. Right, so that one's a little smaller. I'm looking around. I've got this little one, but to me that looks like a pillow, so I don't want to use that one. And I have a star, but the Merry Christmas that I'm using won't fit on that. What do you guys think? The stripes are effective. I'm glad you like them. That's good. I don't have the tag punch, actually. Would you believe? The polar bear or the truck punch. Ha, ha, ha. Yes. I don't think so. Oh, tinsel gems. Yes, those would be nice. All right. Let me see how this would go. And let's see what this would look like. So this is the modern label punch that goes with the, is it modern label? Let's try that. What do we think? Do we like that one? Do we like that? Let's try that. And then I'm thinking with the bubble bath ink, I'll just roll it around in the bubble bath ink. You could use a sponge dauber if you want to get it nice and even. If you don't care about that, you can just roll it, and then you've just got a little bit of a pink edge there to it, which is nice. And then I'm going to put those, that's going to go on dimensionals again, because, you know. So this is a totally different card to what I thought I was making tonight. I don't know what I thought I was making, actually. But thanks, Donna, for the suggestion. The pink and silver is a really good, that was a good challenge for me. And then I can either put that right there or just to one side. I think maybe just to one side. Do you think so? Or in the middle? Let's get a blue dot and pop it on. And then, yes, we do need to look. And someone suggested the tinsel gems. Yeah, working on the fly is a lot of fun. I agree. And occasionally you guys scare me and I think, oh my goodness, can I live up to the standard? But we usually seem to get away with it. The tinsel gems. Let me just grab them because those are really nice. So that's these ones. There's Fresh Freesia, which actually the Fresh Freesia would go. Pretty sure it's Fresh Freesia. I probably should check that. But those are the, I think, yeah, let's just go with them. I think they look nice. And let's add one right about, whoop, I should be using my take a pick tool to place these. It's much easier if you use something like this to place them. Look at that, much better. And then maybe another one over, I don't know, over here. What do you think? Do we like that? Something really different, something I wouldn't normally have probably done, except that it was suggested, and so we did it. What do you think? And we've got one big tree and a small tree. We put in some embossing. It made me go incredibly over time tonight. I'm so sorry. I normally try and stick to about an hour. The only thing that I seem to be very good about staying an hour on is the craft along. The craft along videos stay to right around an hour, but my Sunday and Friday night lives almost never stay under an hour. So there you go. There's our cards tonight. How do we do? Do we love them? Donna, thank you for suggesting that. If you send me your address, if you message your address, I'll send you the card. Thank you for your suggestion. Oh, very good. And oh, very welcome. I love that you guys want to help me. So thank you very much for suggesting different things. And I'm just going to go back through and see if I've missed any comments because you guys are all chatting so fast I can barely keep up. That's exactly what I want. Use Donna's comment. I'm going to put it up on the screen because you have just hit the nail on the head about why I do these craft alongs and what I hope for. That is exactly what I want. I want you guys to all feel like you're creating the card with me. That's the purpose. So there you go. See, when I say join us for Crafty Fun tonight, I'm not just saying watch me have crafty fun. I want you guys to have crafty fun. So that is the purpose. And I hope you'll keep coming back and keep sharing these with me because you know, it helps me get motivated to use all these products in different ways, and I love that you guys all share in that. So thank you so much. Now, what have we got coming up? Sunday night tonight. This is the last month of September. Can you believe that? So my suggestion is that if you are planning on being part of the October craft along and would like the supply pack, please get your $60 plus order in before the end of September, and then you will be able to take part in that. Otherwise, I don't know what next month's theme is going to be yet. I haven't decided. I would have never picked pink either, Chris. I know, right? Thank you, Margaret. That's awesome. You are spot on. It does feel like we're all crafting together. And that's the plan. That's what I want. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you all had fun with me tonight. I hope this was a really fun night for everybody. We spoke some. What did we do? We did some French. I lost a whole bunch of stuff, and you guys helped me find it. And it does go really fast, doesn't it? I know. The last month of September. Sorry, the last week of September. Oh my goodness! Please, somebody stop me. No, it's not the last month of September. Thank you very much, Cherie, for pointing out my deficiency there. Oh, no, Cherie. When does daylight saving start? Well, in Queensland or WA, it never starts because not all months, oh gosh, I went to said it again. Not all states in Australia have daylight saving. Queensland and WA, Western Australia, do not. Everywhere else does. And so we all go into weird and interesting time zones, but I think it must be getting really close. Is it next weekend or the weekend after? One or the other. So then you girls that are in Queensland will have to remember that I'm on live an hour earlier for you. So it's going to be 7:30 my time, but it'll only be 6:30 your time. So you're going to have to work that somehow because I don't want to lose anybody. So there you go. 1st of October, next weekend. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right, so thank you for joining me. I hope that you all have a fabulous week ahead, and I will see you next Friday night. If anyone has any questions or anything that you want to get in touch with me and ask about, please contact me. You can message me. And of course, like I said, if you're thinking of placing an order, do get in on the October craft along. You'll need to do that by the 30th of September. Okay, good night, everyone. See you next weekend. See you on Friday. See you soon. Bye-bye.